Namaste, everyone, and Happy New Year. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Lunar New Year. As you know, we, in the Asian tradition, celebrate the Lunar New Year differently than the Gregorian calendar January New Year. And every year, it's connected to a certain astrological sign. Last year was the year of the dragon, and this year is the year of the snake. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, I'm born in the year of the snake, the dragon, the horse, and whatever mythical animal it is, and each one have its own properties, characteristics, and belief system of how it affects our lives. What I want to do on this short lecture and meditation is just extract the key, let's say, characteristics that we want to manifest in our lives to be happier, to be healthier, wealthier, and holier. There you go. That covers all of it. And as you notice here, year of the snake, wisdom through transformation. And our graphic designer did a great job, chose a happy snake. So here we go. Now, wisdom through transformation. If you think about it, many cultures depict the snake as an animal that is very, very smart, cunning, have very, very strong insights, okay, and instincts. So we want to start with that and just kind of say, okay, how do we manifest this wisdom? So wisdom, in the simplest way of explaining, is knowing what's right, what's wrong, and choosing right. You know, I remember many years ago, somebody says, yeah, a wise person knows the difference between right and wrong. And they stop. I go, yeah, most people know what's right and wrong, but that's not guarantee they'll do what's right. So being wise is saying, okay, these are the options, I'll choose the right option. So that's wisdom. Now, wisdom also means direct knowing or intuitive intelligence. In other words, information comes in from higher sources, your teachers, your guides, from God, your higher self. And when that signal comes in, it's able to break through the noise of the thoughts and emotions we have every day to give us direction on what we want to do. So it's wisdom through transformation. Why is this through transformation? Just like we shared a few seconds ago, the signal might be coming in, but if it has to go to a filter of all the noise from thoughts and emotions, high probability we will not see things clearly. And we don't see things clearly, even the options are there, it's easy to choose the wrong option. So let's dive into transformation. Just like the snake sheds its old skin, let's use that as a metaphor. In order to go to the new year, you want to shed old energies, belief systems that hold us back. And if you've ever been in any of our lectures, one of the things that we always teach, my teacher always taught me many years ago, big fish eat small fish. That's the reason why a lot of people, they start the new year, I want to do this, I want to do that, all these great ideas. It might be exciting for the first week, 2 weeks. By the time February comes along, like if it's a new year, second, third month comes along, they're gone. Big fish eat small fish. Big fish represents all the thoughts and emotions we have sitting in our energy field from past negative experiences, anger, resentment, failures, whatever they are. Those thoughts and emotions linger in the aura. That's the big fish. And so on the first of the year, whether it's the regular Gregorian calendar New Year or the Lunar New Year, said, I'm going to do this from now on, New Year's resolution. They're like itty bitty fish. So if we don't clean out the closet, before long, this big stuff eats it up. So we always start with what we teach in pranic healing, cleansing. And to just make it super simple, first one we want to clean out are the old limiting beliefs and thoughts. And oftentimes, most people, they don't even think that, I have this collective programs that are in the background that are actually affecting me. These so-called programs that we just do naturally, like when we see something we don't like, immediately we go, see, that's because 5 years ago somebody hurt me, so it's a similar feeling, so therefore you're also a bad person, just because I have that similar situation happening between at that time and now. These are old thought forms, triggers. And you want to get rid of them. Okay? So we want to disintegrate these thoughts and emotions. In order to do it, you have to first realize that you created them. It all goes back to the same teaching we always covered. That I move my body, I created a feeling, I created a thought. The creator is not the creation. They're very important. Like, if you're a musician sitting on a piano, you hit the keys, whether you produce music or sound, the musician is not the piano, the musician is not the music, or in my case, if I do it, it's a noise. Okay? So a thought, an emotion, an action is the same thing. The I, the soul, the spiritual self, uses an instrument, in this case, the physical body, to create movement. In this case, the soul, the I, uses an emotional machine called astral or emotional body to create feelings, a mental machine to create thoughts. In all three cases, the soul is not the instrument and is not what's produced by the instrument. Thoughts, feelings, actions, positive or negative, are not the soul. That's why, in order to have true transformation, spirituality has to be part of it. Otherwise, won't last. Because any kind of therapy that you do, it's helping you. But at some point, if you don't come to a realization that, hey, I created this action, this habit, this feeling, whether consciously, subconsciously, then we are not on guard to say, hey, I'm about to think of taking that smoke again. I'm about to take the drink that's not good for me again. Make sense? But if you realize I am the spiritual self that is simply having this habit of using certain instruments to produce something, then you can say, I'm feeling this temptation come up. I'm sensing that because this person wasn't nice to me, I want to scream and yell at them, which is a bad idea. Knowing who you are gives you the power to decide. So that's why you always have spirituality embedded in the teachings. So let's put the whole thing together. First thing we need to do is identify what is it you want to get rid of. If a person does not realize they have a problem, there is no initiative to change, to transform. So I don't want to make this session very, very long, so we'll just plant the seeds and we'll practice on one of them. The rest you can just extrapolate from here. So let's start with the most common one. Let's talk about money, finances. Are there certain limiting thoughts and beliefs that we have that is preventing us from going to the next level? Give you an example. I'd say 30, 40 years ago. I remember, for some strange reason, whenever I have a job, in my mind, I cannot break the $2,000 per month income. So at that time, I think it was just in college or whatever. For me, it's like to break through $2,000 a month, it's like almost impossible. And yet I'm going, I dream to be super successful, but somehow in my mind, I can't get through it. It was tough. I don't know why. It's just this, I don't know where that came from. And I remember every time I have a job, whatever, I'm making more money, I would do some stupid thing, either verbally, physically, to just self-sabotage that prevents me from making more income to get through it. Then one day, here's what happened. My finances were so bad at that time that, pain's always the last teacher, right? Something came over and go, enough. I do not want to ever feel this way again. Never. Sometimes it sticks in so deep, you go, enough. And for whatever strange reason, I did not know at that time, but of course now we understand, but at that time it's like, enough. And I remember at that time when I said enough, I'm going to make a change, it became such a driving force. That $2,000 per month ceiling disappeared. Of course, now we realize why. At that time, the will was so strong, like, enough. The will is just like a beam of sharp, intense light, went to that gray thought form and just blew it up. And that thought form disappeared. So that thought form is like a hologram that appears in the energy world. Every time I was doing something, it would just cloud my system. So I couldn't go forward. Now we have spiritual technology to do that. So you and I can actively do it. So I want you to pick one limiting belief in your finances. It could be spirituality and money are not compatible. It could be to be poor is to be spiritual, to be rich is to be bad. Whatever, pick anything. Or it could be, I'm not worthy to be prosperous. You go, who would think that? Oh, believe it or not, a lot of people. You just watch TV on game shows. I remember many years ago, I was watching this, some of you know, The Price is Right on TV, and someone won a toaster, right? And they're like, yay! I'm watching this, I'm going, you won a toaster. You could have easily gone out and bought one. But you see, in their mind, and then sure enough, I was processing this in my head, and the lady says, I've never won anything in my life. I can't believe this happened. You see, right there and then, you can sense there's a sense of unworthiness. And if you don't remove that out of your aura, even though good things are coming towards you, guess what happens? Your own limiting thought form, like imagine a hologram front, will actually prevent that energy from coming into your life. You cannot transform without getting rid of what is dragging you down. People like to use, transform this, transmute that, I'm connected to this. I go, hello, did you clean house yet? So I want you to pick one. And then we'll go to what is called the screen technique. This is what we do in most of the events, especially people who have just started learning about energy. It's simple, very powerful. There are many versions of it in different tradition, but this is something you and I can use right away. Okay? So I hope you pick one. We'll just do it 3 times. You have to do it minimum 5 times each one. Okay. Put your hand like this. Imagine drawing a white screen, like a movie screen. Yeah. All right. Now, I want you to picture on that white screen, like a movie or a big photograph, of what is it that represents that limiting belief. Or it could be a memory, and you just kind of put that memory in the form of a picture or a movie, or even just a gray cloud into that screen. Go for it. Okay, good enough. Now, put your hand like this. Imagine you have a lump of blue paint, gooey, thick blue paint. Now, take your hand, just cover up the entire screen. Okay, easy, right? Next, raise your dominant hand. Imagine a link, like a cable, from your solar plexus, below your sternum, not your heart, below your sternum, connecting to the screen, and just say, cut, disconnect. You say, cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect. Next, here's what I want you to do. Take your hand like this. Right? Imagine pulling that screen off the wall, crumpling it. Crumple, crumple, crumple. Okay? Next to you, imagine a violet fire. Violet. Now, throw it into the violet fire, say, disintegrate. Disintegrate, disintegrate. That's one. Do it again. Imagine a white screen. Move your hand. Okay, same thing. Picture whatever you want to get rid of. Put it on the screen. What was that limiting belief? How is it represented in this image? Put it on the screen. Good. Now, imagine you have blue paint. Throw it on it. Cover it with dark blue paint. Now, take your dominant hand. Say, cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect. Grab that screen. Crumple it like a piece of paper. Visualize your violet fire. Say, disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. That's twice. One more time. Move your hand. Make a screen. Picture what it is that you want to get rid of on the screen. Now, a lot of you might notice by the time you get to the third one, it's like, I know what it is, but I'm kind of losing details. Exactly. Because that thought form that was so strong in your aura is now being chipped away. Little by little, it's breaking up. Okay? So that's why you do it at least 5 times over, and then you pause and you do it again. At some point, you go, what is it again? That's an easier way to break it up. Disintegrate. So put it on the screen again. Okay? Throw dark blue paint. Cover it up. Cut, disconnect, grab it, crumple it like a piece of paper, say violet fire, violet, no? Don't invent your own color. Yeah, disintegrate, disintegrate, disintegrate. Okay, now, most of you, just by doing that, you'll feel lighter. So inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Now with your eyes closed, because I should close your eyes, in front of you, I want you to imagine a huge, ginormous golden screen. Earlier it was just white screen, a big gold screen, as big as your house, huge. Now I want you to picture on that screen what you want. What was the complete extreme opposite of what you got rid of earlier? If it's something that would not have enough money or any of that stuff, just picture yourself very, very prosperous, very happy, enjoying your life, sharing that happiness, that wealth, that joy with people you love and you care about. Go. Picture in front of you in a ginormous golden screen. Feel happy about it. Smile. Come on, you can do this. Smile. Smile. If you like, raise your hands. Fill it with even more golden light. Just as you project beautiful golden light, just see it getting brighter and brighter. Simultaneously feel so happy. That is your life. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Smile. Enjoy it more. Enjoy it more. Enjoy it more. Say with God's blessing, so be it. You can say, as my heart desires, so be it. So be it, and so it is. Okay, open your eyes. Okay, that's a short version. Now, if you were to just ask yourself right now, think of that limiting belief that you want to get rid of earlier, and how is the intensity level? Like, when you think about it, does it still bother you? Does it still have an emotional sting? Most of you, if you do this, even just this short time we did it, you already feel like, oh, it's lighter. Or some of you probably don't remember it anymore. The key is to do this over and over again. The question is why? How long has that thought, that limiting belief been living in your aura? Long time. So every time you do this, you're extracting it. Make sense? Now, different schools have different ways of doing this. This is the simplified version, and it's a very direct method because you're identifying it as energy. And then you're using energy to break it up. If you want to know more about this, in upcoming classes that we have, you're welcome to join them. It's called Healer's Mastery. We go through 5 days of this. Anyway, you'll see this online. Okay? The schedule and everything. But for now, you have something you can use. You just have to repeat over and over and over again. Now, the next part of transformation, in getting rid of what doesn't serve you, like shedding that old skin, like the snake, believe it or not, is resentment. We've noticed in many, many years doing pranic healing, one of the top negative emotion that prevents a person from healing is resentment. The inability to forgive. Just to put it in context, sometimes we work on someone, we clean, we energize, we go through the entire pranic healing process. The chakras, the energy centers are balanced, energy is bright, they're feeling great. And somehow, when that person, even after healing, they start thinking of the person that hurt them, justified or not, and starts dwelling on it, within 10, maximum 15 minutes, the energy field, the aura, looks like he didn't do anything to them. Literally, it starts getting dirtier and dirtier and reverts back to before the healing was done. It's like you wasted your entire time doing the healing. That's how bad resentment is. So without forgiving, you can do all the positive thinking, affirmation, blah, 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 all of this disappears. Unfortunately. You know why? It's very simple. Energy goes to where we put our attention to. When you focus on what has hurt you, your energy goes there, feeds it. And that thought form that sits in your aura gets stronger and stronger. It now becomes a program in the background that starts attacking your positive thoughts and emotions. Some of you go, but you don't understand, that person hurt me, blah, blah, blah. Hey, all of us went through stuff. The question is, are you allowing those thoughts and emotions from the past that has hurt you to create more negative thoughts and emotions, to give it vitamins for it to hurt you? Now, I know it sounds harsh, but sometimes people need a reality check. It doesn't matter at this point. Most likely, as I always say, people that have hurt us, they don't know and they don't care. We hold on to the anger, resentment, and pain while they're partying. That's not too smart. Disintegrate that thought, emotion, let it be, move forward. In reality, you don't have a choice. If you want to be happy, it's the only choice. If you want to hold on it for a few more years, you just choose to suffer a few more years. You want to get rid of it now, you just end your suffering just like that. That's why when in the Buddha's teaching, there's suffering in life. What are the causes of suffering? Suffering can end. How to end it. That's the Four Noble Truths. Interesting enough, the third one called suffering can end. How long before the suffering ends is dependent on the response to it. As the saying goes, pain happens, suffering is a choice. And the length of suffering is a choice. So if you truly want to transform, all of us have to come to terms with saying, hey, there is resentment out there, and I'm holding on to it. Enough. In other words, I've hit my threshold, time to let it go. So if you want to do that, we'll guide you in a very simple forgiveness technique that we share in many of the classes. And here's why it works. Listen carefully. Just like the limiting beliefs, we treat everything as energy. We are energy beings living in an energy world. So therefore, even the slightest, smallest thought to the biggest, most intense joys, intense anger that we have, all of it has a raw material of energy. And the soul, the spiritual self, has the ability to control that energy. To make it stronger, to dissolve it, disintegrate it. We can't destroy it, energy cannot be destroyed. But you see, an intense positive or negative thought is just basically a strong lump of energy. We can dismantle it, we can feed it. Bring back your power. So, that said, assuming you want to, I want you to do this. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Put your attention on top of your head. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, I want you to picture the person you want to forgive. It could be yourself, because people always say that. Oh, I can forgive everyone, but it's just myself. Okay. Imagine you look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, whoever you're pissed off with, visualize them in front of you. Now put your hand like this. Okay, look at that person. Visualize them. We'll just go through the entire thing. You say, Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. The presence of the divine in me acknowledges there's a presence of the divine in you. Namaste. Now picture the person disappearing, just turning into light. As in that person, from a physical being, now all you see is a ginormous bright light in front of you. After all, we're forgiving the soul, not the body. Okay? The body is just the shell. So I want you to, with intention, picture that person turning into light. To that brilliant light, say, Namaste. The presence of God in me acknowledges there's a presence of God in you. Namaste. Do it again. Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste. We are all children of God. Just repeat with me. We are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving, and evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes and learned from them and continue to do so. So can you. God's peace and love be with my soul. God's peace and love be with you. Now be aware of your heart. Inhale. Be aware of the top of your head. Inhale. Put your attention a few feet above your head. Exhale. Look at that light. Just say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Now be still. Leave your attention above your head. One more time. Be aware of your heart, your crown. First in your heart, inhale. Your crown, inhale. A few feet above your head. Put your attention way above your head. Leave your attention there simultaneously. Say to that brilliant light in front of you, as you exhale, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Maintain your attention above your head. One more time. Be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Take a deep breath. Put your attention above your head. Exhale. Now say to that person, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Be still. Be aware of the area above your head. Stay there. One more time. Be aware of your heart. Inhale. Be aware of your crown. Inhale. Put your awareness above your head. Stay there. Stay there. Exhale. Now say to that person in front of you, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And may you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you also learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. Namaste. Now just be still. Say it again. Namaste. Namaste. I release you. God's blessing be with you. So be it. Now open your eyes. Follow me. This is the critical part. Put your hand like this. Just say, cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect, cut, disconnect. All right. Observe your thoughts, your feelings towards that person. If you sincerely went through the technique with me, most of you, at least 20-30% of the emotional bite or the sting will have disappeared. If it's a minor anger, resentment, you'll probably go, why am I pissed off with this guy? Anyway, I'm wasting my time being angry for nothing. Now, if it's a deep emotional pain, that means it's deep inside of us, you have to do this over and over and over again. Now, in both techniques, this one and the one we did earlier with the screen technique, you might have noticed that what I was going through very fast, like one after the other. It's not like it's sitting there, well, feel it, and when it's like, blah, blah, blah. None of that. You know why? There's a reason for me to do it quickly and mechanically. Because energy follows where you put your attention to. When you do it mechanically, you're so focused on the technique. The technique is what dissolves the negative thoughts. Technique is what directs the energy to break up those old patterns. If you do it slowly, we give ourselves time to go back to the old pattern. It's like, okay, I forgive you. But you know, you did this to me. That's not, you're screwed. That's why if you do it 1, 2, 3, 4, it's keep going, there's no time for your mind to go back to the old pattern. In the meantime, as you focus on the technique, that thought will disintegrate. Your aura and chakras are being cleansed. Then at some point, when you're done, you go, how could that happen? How could it just disappear? It's so quick. Because we treat everything as energy. We don't sit there and go, it's okay, you've been with me for so many years, this anger, resentment, I want to let you go slowly. Forget about it. You want to transform? Everybody out. So that's why we didn't go through many different applications, but you got the technique. Before that was the screen technique in simplified form. Any thought, emotion that bothers you, that's holding you back, put it in there, disintegrate, Visualize it in the way you want, in golden light. Feed it lots of energy. And this one, any anger, resentment towards anyone, pull out your inventory, hopefully not pages of it, on each one. Now, some of you go, can I just do like 20 people at the same time? I'm really pissed off with a lot of people. It won't work. Because you're just escaping the fact that each one of them you're angry with. You do it en masse, doesn't work. I've seen it before. People try to do it en masse, they're still as messed up as before. Because for them, they're not wanting to deal with it. You really want to transform? One after the other. But it takes so much time. Well, are you willing to take a few minutes to have a better life? Or not? Simple as that. But the techniques work. Only if you use it. Now, let's take it one step further. So by doing these, what are you doing? You're cleansing. You're cleansing, right? It's just like we're walking around in a cloud of limiting beliefs, thoughts, emotions, anger, resentment. So these hold us back. Not to mention, like qualities attract, law of attraction and repulsion. A lot of people, by the way, forget about the second part, repulsion. It's the law of attraction. In other words, whatever we have in the energy field, that's like the surface area that draws stuff to us. And simultaneously, it repels what is of different energy. So if we're full of anger, resentment, and limiting beliefs, that's the energy we attract. Loving, prosperity, happy energy, success energy, we're repelling. Oh, I didn't think about that. Exactly the point. You see people quoting this and that, I go, hello, you forgot the other side. In other words, what you don't attract, you're repelling. Oh, so step one, do the technique, flush everything out. Then, create the thoughts and emotions you want, that you want circumstances to be attracted to you. And one of the easiest ways to do that is meditation. So when you meditate, the many types of meditation, like for example, when we do meditation, Twin Hearts, we are blessing the earth with peace and with love. That energy comes through us, cleanses us even deeper, and fills us with peace, with love, with joy. And as we bless other people with joy, happiness, and prosperity, we're actually creating energies within us that act like magnets to attract what you want. And to take it one step further, in that stillness during meditation, when everything's clear, then you create the thoughts and emotions you want. The wishes, if you want. That's it, that you want to manifest. All right? So, again, this is not a full-blown lecture meditation. We just want to give you something that you can start the New Year's with, and then just keep going with it. All right, let's do a short meditation. Put your hand like this. Focus on your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body, not the emotion or the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine willpower. I am that I am, the soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I'm connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I'm a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There's only oneness. We are one. Now open your hands in blessing. We'll just do a short meditation, Twin Hearts, as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Chua Kok Sui. So imagine the earth in front of you, the size of a little ball. Be aware of the love within your heart. From your heart, send a stream of beautiful pink light and fill the entire earth. We will use the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Just allow your heart to expand. Let that love from your heart flow through your hands, filling up the earth with peace, with love, and the spirit of forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. If you know anyone going through difficult times with their health, their relationships, even their finances, visualize their lives getting better and better. Bless them with hope and with faith and a better life. Where there's darkness, let me sow light, sadness, joy. Just be aware of your heart. Let that loving energy just pour through your hands, blessing the earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. So be it. Now, from your heart, take a deep breath. Lift that feeling to your crown and exhale. One more time. Be aware of your heart. Inhale. Lift the feeling up to your head, to your crown. Exhale. One more time. From your heart, inhale. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Just stay there. You might feel a pressure, even a like tingling. That's your crown being filled with golden light. Now let that golden light flow down through your hands and bless your home. Bless all your family members with golden light. Your relatives and friends, even the ones that don't live close by, fill them all with golden light. Your workplace, everyone you work with, whether you work well with them or not, fill them all with golden light. Let that golden light spread throughout the city, the country, to all the countries of the world. Fill the entire earth with golden light. And just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one. Be still. Feel the golden light just flowing through us. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. May all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Blessings be to all. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. Now, be aware of your heart, your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale and imagine golden light even brighter than before, just flowing through us. Literally flooding the entire earth, inside and out. The entire earth is glowing with intense golden light. Our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the center of the heart of all loving God, through my spirit, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. May all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. May all be healed of any pain, sorrow, or suffering. So be it. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it, and so it is. May all be blessed. Now gently lower your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Enjoy the peace and the stillness. Now imagine a beautiful golden candle flame just floating a little bit above your crown. Just gently look at that golden light. The image doesn't have to be clear. It is there. So from your heart, send a stream of love up to your throat, to the center of your head. Be still. Let it flow to your crown, through your crown, and into the golden flame. Stay there. Be still. Just be aware of that golden light. Be aware of the stillness and that brilliant light. and listen. Amen. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper into that golden light, sensing its stillness and its brilliance at the same time. Amen. Let your consciousness just swim in that golden light, enjoying the stillness and the peace. Om. Be still. Be aware of the inner stillness, the inner peace within that light. Be aware of your true nature, a being of brilliant light. Be still. Be aware. And just simply let go and let things be. Any sound, any noise you hear will just help you drift deeper and deeper into that brilliant, brilliant light. Let go. Now. Gently, slowly, gently and slowly. Move your fingers, move your toes, gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands again in blessing position. First, start with visualizing all the people you love in front of you. Fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with much happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Now, put your hands down for a second. I want you to think of what you want for the coming year. Now that we did the meditation, we flush everything as clean as we can, with those two techniques before that, to get rid of the limiting belief, some anger and resentment. At least they were relatively clear. Now, I want you to just picture one goal for your health, what you want to happen this year and beyond, your relationships, your finances, your education, mental development, like you want to learn a new skill, or there's a certain project in the office or at work that you want you to be mentally, be more present and be able to make it successful, and a spiritual goal. Just go ahead and pick one for each. Okay, first your physical. Lower your blood pressure, be able to exercise more because you're healthier, spend more time with your loved ones because your body's stronger now. Pick the end result. Okay, your relationship. It doesn't be very elaborate, just pick one. What is the end result? What do you want? Spending more time with someone you love, your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, children, parents, improving that relationship. Education, mental development, we covered that already. What you want to be able to have a clear understanding and be able to do something more about it. Spirituality, you do want to have more inner peace. You do want to visit a holy place. How about finances? Where do you want to be? Middle of the year, end of the year, pick a goal, something to aim for. Now, when you do that, these are thought forms you're creating. Now, with so much energy after meditation, your system is clear, we can project lots of energy so that these programs become packed, lots of energy, and just sit in the background. And as we go through our year, it just continues to influence us and pushing us in the right direction. That's what it's for. And if you studied with us before, you know this is part of a course called Kriya Shakti, which we teach every year. At least you have something you can use right away. Okay? So just picture it there. Your health, your relationships, your educational development, your spirituality, your finances. Just picture it in front of you. Everyone raise your hands. Fill it with light. We want this to be very strong, very supercharged, so that it will continue to push us in the direction of the success we want. Keep going. Smile. Fill them with light. Each of the images getting brighter, stronger, knowing within you that each of these will continue to empower you to move in the right direction. You can just say, as my heart desires, so be it. When you say heart, that implies harmlessness. You can also say, with God's blessings, with the blessings of the great spiritual teachers and holy masters and angels, archangels, may these be divinely blessed. So be it. Now supercharge them. And say, and so be it. So be it. So it is. Thank you. Okay, put your hands down. All right. Now, one last thing, which is, we always tell people this, at the end of the year, the start of the year, when a rocket is on the ground, it wants to go, deliver a satellite, go to the moon or whatever. A rocket wants to leave the atmosphere. It has to overcome what is called escape velocity. Escape velocity means that, using the third law of Newton, for every action with the rockets pushing down, the opposite reaction is to push the rocket up, because it has to overcome the gravity of the Earth, plus the dense atmosphere, so on and so on. Anyway, you can study this. That's like a metaphor you can use in order to get a better year, to have a better year. You need escape velocity. So that escape velocity comes in the form of having positive thoughts, emotions, right? Like we just did right now. There's one more ingredient: good karma. Most people say, they have good luck, no good luck. Instead of using the word luck, change it to the word karma. Karma also means action and reaction. So in other words, if you want to be successful, help other people become successful. You want to be happy, make other people happy. And one of the easiest ways we can do this is through giving money to charity. So when you're very generous, that action causes this reaction. That's that. That's why every tradition they teach about tithing and generosity. And that's what I was taught by my teacher, at the start of the year. In addition to creating your goals, your energizing your aspirations and projects, make sure you generate good karma. because that good karma is what will help make those happen. That helps you get your escape velocity from the past. So, thank you very much for joining me for this. I thought it was short, but I hope you benefit from them. All these techniques that you can use to have a good year. Now, to summarize, whether it's the year, start of the year, end of the year, middle of the year, a lot of the things you learned today you can use. And it's just useful to use start of the year, because if you practice shedding all this old stuff that does not serve us and will help us, then it's easier to move forward, faster and further, as they say. Okay? Namaste, everyone. And as we say in the Chinese tradition, oh, by the way, there's two ways to say Happy New Year. One is Xin Nian Kuai Le. New Year, be happy. Xin Nian Kuai Le. Okay? The other one, which is more common, is Gong Xi Fa Cai. Gong Xi means like congratulations, and Fa Cai means, Fa means grow or increase, Cai is wealth. So, congratulations, be wealthy. Congratulations, make more money. Whichever one you like. Be happy, be healthy. See, may you be happy, healthy, wealthy, and holy. Hey, that's the whole packaging. Namaste. Gong Xi Fa Cai. Happy New Year. Okay, bye-bye.